Hi folks, this is Christian Brindle, Medicare health plan expert and specialist. Today I'm going to go over Arizona Medicare supplement plans. Now this is filmed in early 2021 and actually the end of March of 2021. So if you're watching this maybe 2022, 2023, these rates, prices, what companies are competitive might not necessarily be exactly the same as they are today, so please keep that in mind. These prices can fluctuate. Now, to explain what a Medicare supplement is, the best way to explain it is I would think of it as those numerical plans you hear about, like a Plan G, a Plan F, a Plan N, a Plan C, to give you an example. And so more or less kind of what you're looking at is Medicare supplement plans are different plans that are designed by the government. And essentially, they all are going to cover a different amount of the 20% that Medicare leaves behind. And the government designs these plans, offers them to the insurance companies. The insurance companies cannot alter the coverage, which means they're what's known as standardized. Every insurance company that offers these different plans is more or less going to charge a different price. And so that's kind of an interesting thing to it. So like a Plan G, for example, which is what we're going to be looking at today for Phoenix, Arizona, actually is the zip code I chose. For a female turning 65, a Plan G is the most popular Medicare supplement we have today at the time of making this video, and it has a one-time-a-year deductible of about $203. So more or less, what we're looking at is every insurance company is going to have different prices for the same exact coverage. Now, one thing you'll notice about a lot of Medicare supplement companies is usually the lowest price is not always going to be the best. And the reason I say that is because even though it's the same coverage, I know it sounds a little strange, but there's two factors you have to take in mind and take into consideration when you're looking at these. Usually the lowest prices are companies you have not heard of, usually. Or maybe they don't have a big footprint in the industry or maybe even in your market. And so they throw out these incredibly low prices that nobody else can compete with. Then once they start paying out claims, the rates can be a lot more volatile, and sometimes we see higher price increases. That's what I always try to avoid as a broker. Bigger companies, in my opinion, a lot of times work very well, and they're well known. They have more of a footprint, and they also have more consistency, and they have more predictability in what their prices are going to be. So, and then sometimes people say, well, Christian, if my price goes through the roof, can I just change the plan? Maybe, but once you're outside of your new to Medicare window, when you first get onto Medicare, you can get any Medicare supplement plan you want with no health questions, no underwriting. However, once you are outside of that Medicare window, if you want to change from one supplement company to another, typically you have to go through health questions and underwriting to be able to qualify. And if your health doesn't allow it, you could potentially be stuck on that plan, and nobody really has a crystal ball, so that's the worry that I have. So I always like to rather play it safe rather than sorry and pick a good plan right off the bat. So without further ado, let's just jump right in and see what we're looking at for Plan Gs for a female turning 65 in Phoenix, Arizona. And this should show me every single company in the market here. Okay, so first thing that comes up here is Amerigroup, which is an Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield company. Probably a pretty safe bet there. As of 2019, they had about a little bit under 700 members. I'm sure that's more now. Pretty big company, pretty big footprint. Anthem has a lot of different companies that essentially operate under their umbrella. In the last couple of years, they had a 2.5% rate increase. Looks like they didn't have any rate increase in 2020, so that's pretty interesting. Next up, we have Humana. Humana looks pretty decent as well. They have a track record going back to 2015 with this current product. They have good amount of people, in the market. What scares me with some of these companies is you'll see that they have, 50, 60, 70 people in the whole state, and I'm like, well, there's no way to spread risk. So it's kind of interesting. But yeah, anyway, over that time period for Humana, looks like they have a 2% rate increase in this block of business, which is not bad whatsoever. Looks like we have next up AARP United Healthcare. Looks like they don't have a rate increase record as of yet, which tells me that this particular plan maybe doesn't have the history. We'll look at them. We'll come back to them for for Plan N and some other things like that. But if you look at them, this is something that I like to see. They have 46% market share in the state as of 2019, 30% nationwide. That is always a positive thing, in my opinion. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Arizona looks to have a very big footprint as well, about 14% of the market share as of 2019. And they've gone down on average in rate increases, so that's always great. We have another Humana product, which looks like it's more on the newer side, 2.2% on the one rate increase they've had, but maybe still a little new, but Humana is a very large company. Aetna is a company we enjoy working with quite a bit. They look to have a good imprint. So I like what I'm seeing so far. All the companies so far that we're looking at, I feel like are very solid options. Manhattan Life, maybe more on the smaller side. Independence American, definitely more on the smaller side. United States Fire Insurance Company, probably more also on the smaller side. Capital Life on the smaller side. So this is kind of an unusual thing because we don't always see necessarily a lot of the big name companies being the lowest, but in this state, in this market, that's what we're seeing. New Era is a company that we enjoy working with. United Insurance Company. So you kind of get the point. Now let's look at a Plan N, because I'd be interested to see what the Plan Ns are. If for those of you who aren't familiar with a Plan N is similar to a Plan G. It has the same Medicare Part B deductible you have to pay every year, one time a year, $203. It also charges up to $20 for a doctor visit. Could be less depending on the doctor. And then it's also going to have a $50 emergency room copay, and then it doesn't cover something that's known as Medicare Part B excess charges. I have plenty of videos explaining and detailing Plan N if you want to know what that entails. But it's just a cheaper alternative, typically, to a Plan G. Has a few copays where the Plan G does not. It just has the deductible, but it's cheaper. So Aetna looks very strong, right? And Aetna is a company that we like to do business with. They typically do a good job for our clients and customers. Capital Life, AARP United Healthcare, AmeriGroup, Anthem. So yeah, you kind of get the idea here. There's a couple of things that we want to look at, but this is more or less my process in looking for this. So this is interesting with New Era. In October of last year, they went down 15.5% on average for rate increase. So that's always a cool thing to see when people actually get their price reduced, because you don't see that happen every day. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it educational and informative on what might be available if you live in Arizona for Medicare supplement plans. If you'd like more detailed analysis on your particular situation, give our office a call. We work with people in 38 states. Our phone number can be found down in the description of this video. And if you enjoyed the video, if you found it helpful, please let us know by commenting on the video. Like it so more people like you can find it easier. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you're notified every time we post. We upload about 3 videos a week with great Medicare educational content. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Take care.